Hello, Leo. Welcome to your May 2021 Tarot. This is your monthly reading. I am going to do a couple things a little bit different. I have two decks that are major arcanas, and we're going to get the energy for the entire month. Then we'll get a few cards as to a little bit more as to what's happening. Now, we do have a lot of moving and shaking in the cosmos. So let's get started. Let's jump into it. Let's ask for the energies for Leo for the month of May 2021. So a couple housekeeping things first. I did a little bit of a contest in the month of April. Whatever sign had the most views and interactions at the end of the month would get extra readings for the following month. So at the end of April, Scorpios basically kicked everybody's asses and outviewed everybody, and they will be getting extra readings for the month of May. So we're going to do this again in May. Whichever sign has the most views at the end of May for the monthly reading will get extra readings in June. So get on it, Leos, view the video, share the video, tell your Leo friends to view the Leo monthly reading, and you guys could get extra ones in the month of June. Now in the cosmos, going to run through a few things very quickly here, just because there is a lot. On May 8th, Venus moved into the sign of Gemini. So in your love life, that could be feeling a lot more fun, a lot is a bit of an understatement, a lot more flirtatious. There's a bit of a lighter social butterfly-like aspect, and communication is going to be key. And by the end of the month, communication is going to be even more key, partly because we have Mercury going retrograde on May 29th in the sign of Gemini. Now, Mercury does rule Gemini, and Mercury rules communication. By that point, the sun will also be in the sign of Gemini along with Venus. Mars is a little bit ahead of everybody and is already in the sign of Cancer. So what is going to happen here with this particular Mercury retrograde, which is on May 29th, we will start feeling that pre-retrograde shadow phase roughly around May 19th. So double extra. You're going to have to do more than double checking anything to do with communication, your devices, travel, plans, anything like that. It's going to need a lot of extra attention to detail. So be mindful of that. We have the new moon in Taurus on May 11th at around noon Standard Eastern Time. So that's Toronto and New York time zones. Just for a very quick reference so that you can tell really a little bit easier as to what time that's going to be happening. Now, this new moon in Taurus wants us to slow down. Leos, you like to burst forth and go ahead. And you're not quite as hard-headed and driven as Aries, but you're not too far behind. You are a fire sign after all, and you love that energy and that go get 'em. Well, during the new moon phase, which is May 11th, you're going to start feeling that energy. May 10th, probably feeling it to a lesser extent into Thursday, which I believe is the 13th, 14th of May. Be mindful of it. Slow down, take a look at how you want to bring things in and be explicitly clear with your intentions and your manifestations about the tangible things that you are wanting to bring in. We have Saturn. I am looking at notes to the side here. We have Saturn going retrograde on May 23rd. We will start feeling that pre-retrograde shadow phase May 13th-ish weekend. what that is going to do is that wants us to slow down too. Don't forget, we also have Pluto in retrograde right now. And Pluto in retrograde is about karmic cycles. Saturn going retrograde is also kind of pushing out that old karmic energy and wants us to usher in the new one. Pluto retrograde wants us to finish that transformation. And we may be feeling a little bit restricted and blocked. And that's because whatever this karmic cycle is that you're going through, there's a recalibration here. So there is a delay, there is a pause, and we're probably feeling that into October until Saturn goes direct again. We have this is a big one here, and this is one that is going to kind of shake everybody. We have a super full moon on May 26th. That is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius. So you may be feeling this a little bit extra because of the fire sign interactions. You are a fire sign, Sagittarius is a fire sign. So all fire signs are going to be really feeling this full moon. Now this full moon, not only is it a super moon, meaning it is closer to Earth, so that makes the energies just that much stronger, but there is a lunar eclipse that is happening visible in the northern hemisphere. So what that means is emotions are going to be even more heightened. Now this full moon on the 26th wants us to consider space and freedom. There is an element of Jupiter being in Pisces. That is important because that has a very huge daydream-like effect. We may be feeling like we want to just escape into our daydreams. And go ahead. This is the right time to start dreaming of things instead of actually doing spell work and hard manifestations. Definitely do a ton of releasing so those old karmic cycles and patterns can be closed. There is definitely an element of an ending with this particular moon, partly due to the eclipse. So get all the ending stuff done so that the new can come in. On to the reading. We have the Devil card to start. This is a card of Capricorn. It is an earth sign. It is more of a warning to be mindful or be wary of negative patterns, behaviors. Sorry, I think there's a big shadow there. Move the card over here. Be mindful about negative behaviors, negative thought patterns. When I say negative behaviors, I mean specifically things like substance abuse, feeding into anxiety. Trust me, that one's a hard one for me. Using substances to cope, and really just being on that negative train, negative attitudes. Be mindful of it. Now there is a bonus. That was an interesting car that drove by. There is a bonus in which Capricorn is very driven, and there's a little bit of a lustful aspect or element to this card. So it's not all bad. Just don't let that lustful energy get the better of you, because lust is one of the 7 deadly sins. Don't forget that. And Leos, I know you are lustful and pride because you're the lion. Up next, we have the card of Sagittarius. This is Temperance, wanting us to call in some balance and to do so with patience. This fits perfectly with the new moon in Taurus, which wants us to slow down, be patient, focus on being calm instead of scattered and wanting to really push forward and force things. This is a slow down and let it happen type energy. And the final major arcana card, just a reminder, these are all major arcana cards right now. And this is the energies playing out throughout all of May. And the final one that we see, it's a very interesting card. It does tie into the card of Capricorn, and it ties into the card of Temperance. And this is energy I feel is more than likely going to be coming into effect after May 20th when the sun moves into the sign of Gemini. and that is the Lovers card. This is the card of Gemini. How does it tie into Temperance? It's all about balance. There is that love, that deep, warm, passionate love associated with this card. But because there is the duality or the two with the Gemini, it does talk about balance. Now, what does it have in common with the Devil card? The Devil card usually has a couple involved in the imagery. Now, this one has a couple of mariachi band skeletons, but the devil is their puppet master. So there is a fine line between being lustful and greedy and running around and cheating and all of that stuff. That's the devil energy. The committed partnership with that deep love, that's the Gemini Lovers energy. Now, with that, try to focus on your commitments, bring in balance to your partnership. That is specifically for people with a love element going on. For those of you who don't have a love element going on, it just talks about making sure you have a lot of balance in your life. Now, I have pre-shuffled these cards. I want to shuffle them one more time, simply due to the fact that I had a couple of cards kind of being a repetitive, ongoing repetitive thing. And I like to shuffle the cards very well in between my readings. So while I am doing this, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can share this video if you love it. And hit that notification bell. I do plan on having something ready for the eclipses and the moons. I'll talk about the moons, pull a few cards. I always do those. I do daily tarot readings as well. Now, those are very general. This one right now for the month for you is specifically for you, Leo. And the more that you like, share, interact, and hit that notification bell, as well as view, helps videos get into the algorithm, which means more people get to see them. And with the contest in which you have the potential to get extra readings based off of views, you want this in the algorithm. So please interact, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Now, let's get the messages for Leo for the month of May 2021. Let's see what else comes out as a little more interesting, a little more specific than the major arcanas. Now, major arcana equals major energy. You have some more major energy, and we have the Four of Swords again. You are, oh boy, there's definitely some karmic patterns playing out for almost all of the signs. If the Justice card did not come out with the major arcanas for the month, then it's coming out in the body of the read, and you, Leo, are no exception. There we go. Six of Wands. This is good. Once I kind of go through this, I will go through a few of the cards on the deck here, on the bottom of the deck, just to kind of get a little bit more as to what's coming in. So we start off with the major arcana card, card of Scorpio, and that's death. This is the Pluto retrograde influence. This is the full moon influence. This is Saturn retrograde influence. A cycle has ended. It's done. It's over. I'm sorry to say that, but this is what is actually happening for you. Now, there is some association of grief, sadness, really feeling like you've lost something or someone that was very dear to you. You may have actually been dealing with something like that. But this death card is not focused on the actual death. It's just saying the cycle is finished, but that it's finished. There's always a rebirth with the death card. Now, with Pluto being in retrograde, it is focusing on the rebirth. With Saturn being almost retrograde, there's a focus on the karmic cycle being reborn. So in the meantime, use the energy of the Four of Swords. Give yourself a mental break, give yourself a physical break, give your body a physical break, whether that is taking one day a week to just enjoy your day. Go for a hike, go for a bath, go for a massage if it's open. Right now where I live, we're in a lockdown and nothing's really open. This is a give yourself a break, take a rest. You are going through a lot, particularly with the end of this cycle. And in order to be reborn fresh or to get your new start into something fresh, you have to be well rested. We have the card of Justice up next. Now this is the card of karma. Karma's coming into play for a lot of people. I'm no exception. You Leos are no exception. I believe Taurus got this card, and who else got this card? Can't remember if Gemini got the double confirmation of this card. That's how profound it is. This also talks about a rebalancing. This is new starts. This is your karma playing out. There is a freshness coming in. And the reason why I say that is we've got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands talks about victory after a battle. So with all of this karmic death and rebirth, there is something to start feeling excited about. And I honestly think after this full moon in Sagittarius, you're going to start really feeling like you won, like you came out on the other side of this. And if you're coming out on the other side of this in a new reborn passion, I don't know why I'm getting passion so much off of this card. I usually don't, but throw you a parade. Seriously, get a parade, do something that is a way to celebrate. Now, this is more than likely going to be closer to the end of the month. Like I said, like around the full moon, which is the 26th, we will feel that energy for more than a couple of days afterwards, just because of the eclipse that is happening. But the Six of Wands usually has a figure riding a horse, having a parade, because it was a victory after a battle, and this has been a battle. This transformation's been a tough go for you. So what else are we kind of expecting to influence this reading and the rest of the month? We've got the Hanged Man, which is talking about needing to change your perspective or just a period of waiting. And I'm really picking up more. This is a period of waiting. You're waiting to let go. Let go of those secrets. You've been feeling really conflicted, or there's been a lot of conflict around this particular secret, but there is hope because you are starting to see progress. Here's another celebration card. There's your Lovers, double confirmation. Bringing that balance, bringing that love. You may end up attracting a real deep love if you are looking. If you are not looking, you just may be deepening your connection with somebody else. You're picking yourself up after a battle. I'm feeling this is a new person coming in because there's your knight in shining armor. So I'm going to leave it here for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon.